Hello everyone, it's Maria here from Pepperly Rose Paper Crafting. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Thank you all for joining me. Today's video is a different video. I've just recently got into planners out of necessity because last year I was not very organised. I didn't remember things when things had to be done. I was relying on my memory a lot, and I'm finding it more difficult to remember things these days. So I got a planner earlier this year, just after Christmas. There was a sale on, and I got this planner from Kikki K. And the reason why I love this planner is I love the size of it. So this is the medium planner. And at the moment I have not decorated it or anything like that, but I have written my stuff that I have for the day and things that I need to do. However, I find that this, it's leather, so it's part of the whole deal here. I can't use it as a bookmark effectively, and if I find it kind of bulky, so I'm just leaving it there as just for decoration. But I really love planning. I was not into this before at all, and then I realised this is a whole world here where people go to a lot of trouble to decorate their planners, and being a crafter, I'd like to make mine look pretty, but I find that the stuff from Kikki K can be quite expensive. So you've got stickers and other little you know, things, but I've realised I can do this myself as well. So with my planner, what I'd like to do with this today is I would like to make like a similar cover to this using Stampin' Up product, and I'd like it to be like a bookmark. So for every week that goes past, so for example, I have in here a week to 2 pages. So I'd like to have like a divider or a marker kind of the similar size to this that marks that week for me. So I'm going to show you how to make one using, this is the Kikki K medium planner. Now, this is a beautiful leather-bound planner, and I like it because it's a great size, and it is handy for me to have in my handbag and so forth. So I know Stampin' Up does a planner, but I wanted something a little smaller, and this is a beautiful, nice leather-bound. And I found this, no joke, for $20 during the sales earlier this year. This was down from $80, so I got this for a bargain basement price, and for $20 I just jumped for it because the price of these planners are ridiculously expensive. So today I'm going to show you what I'm going to use to make one of these, but I'll be using one as a like, I'll take it out. So I'll be using this as a template, and I'll show you how to make a bookmark for your planner if you have the Kikki K medium personal planner, because that's what this is. So for this, I'm going to be using the Tabs for Everything stamp set and the matching circle tab punch. These can be found on page 43 of our annual catalogue, and they bundled together, and you can get 10% off, and you can get that for $54.75 here in Australia. You can all, of course, buy them separately, but I'm using this for my planning, and I'm not really into planning, but I love it now so I can organize myself, because as I said before, my memory is shocking. And I'm also going to be using the Weather Together stamp set. And I'm using the clouds. So this is a very simple way to decorate your planner without spending a ton of money. And if you have these supplies, why not use them? And being a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I have them, so I am going to use them. So we're going to do this from start to finish. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be measuring this, and I'll be doing that. We'll see how much it is. So we're looking at, I'm going to do this in centimetres today, I'm so sorry, but I find it a little bit more precise for me. So we're looking at 17.3 centimetres in height. In inches, that would be actually 6 3/4 inches, okay? And then to measure it across, it would be 9 point, actually I hate this ruler, Just bear with me. I'm just going to bring out my plastic ruler. I'm finding it difficult to read it today. And I can't be bothered getting my glasses. So, alright, so with this ruler here, as I said, it was 17.3 by 9.7 centimetres. So 17.3 by 9.7. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut that with some Whisper White cardstock. So I'm going to do 17.3 centimetres. So 17.3. So that's the 17 mark there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is hard. Hang on, I'll do it in inches. Actually, I find it hard in inches as well. Hang on a second. Do that again. So, in inches, we are looking at 3. So that's the 3 3/4 there. So that's 15, 14 sixteenths. So that's 3 14 sixteenths by 6 3/4. So what was it again? 3 14 sixteenths. Isn't that right? Hang on. So that's the 17. No, so that's 16. 15, 14, 13 sixteenths, sorry. So 3 13 sixteenths. So let's do that here. 3 13 sixteenths. Okay, so that's 16, 15, 14, 13 there. So I'll cut that down. Okay. That's how much it is wide, and then it's 6 do that again, 6 3/4. 6 3/4. So that's over there. So you now have that exactly minus the tab there. Okay, so that fits perfectly. What we can do whilst we have this out is we can use this as a template. So I'll put that away for a second, and I'm going to bring my crocodile, and I'm going to use the largest hole, and I'm going to use this as a template. So line that up, and you can do this on any planner, whatever you may have. Okay, so I'm going to use that there, and I'm going to punch the hole. Let's see properly. Punch the hole. Punch that hole. Do that again there, line that up. Punch that hole and okay, so now the holes are exactly where I need them to be to use this. So I can now actually put that away. So I'll just put that into my planner. And I love this size. So I'll pop that in there. Okay. So I'll leave that to one size. What I'm also going to do is, whilst I'm in the mood for punching things, I'm going to use the circle tab punch, and I'm going to cut out a circle tab like so. And that is it with that. So we'll leave that to one side from now, but we are going to stamp with that. I'm going to use some stamping. So what I'll do now is I'll grab my embossing buddy, and I'm going to stamp all over that with the clouds. So I'm keeping to the theme of what my planner is, and my planner is a soft blue, and the inside is golden white. So I'm going to actually keep to it so that it looks uniform, but you know, you can change this up according to what you like. So you know, knock yourself out creatively and go for it, but this is what I'm doing for myself. I have an obsession with clouds, so I'll be using these two clouds images, and I'm going to stamp that all over my cover there. So this will be my bookmark, so I'll just ink that up with my Versamark. And you can just randomly stamp it as you see fit. So I'm just going to stamp the clouds all over. I love clouds. I really, really love clouds. Just bear with me for 1 second. I can't see what I'm doing. I need to open my blinds on this side very slightly just to add a bit more light. Might be a bit too much, I don't know, but I can't really see what I'm doing. Okay, that's a lot better. Got a dark, gloomy day today. And I'm going to emboss this in gold afterwards, so. Okay. Going to add some gold embossing powder on that. It's going to look really, really cute. I love this. I'm just going to pour it all over because I'm on the end parts now of my oops. Pour it again from my container because I'm on the end now towards this batch of gold powder. Oops. Okay, so since I've got this sheet there, I can put all my powder back. And I'll just stamp just here because I missed those images there. So just stamp there and there. I'll add some more powder. I'll bring back my powder and I'll just pick that up carefully so I don't wreck the embossing on it. Okay, I'll just turn it over now and I'll give it a good flick. So I'll be heat embossing that in a few minutes. I'll just add a little bit more powder where that's fallen off a bit too much there. Okay, so that's this bit done. So I'll just put that to one side there. And what I'm going to do next is I'll just put all that powder back in here. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to bring back my little circle tab. Okay, I'll add the embossing buddy over the top of that, get rid of any static. Okay, so on this circle tab, I'm going to add the to do just along there, and then I'm going to add the circle with the sun on the actual circle part there. So I'll just grab my Versamark. I'm just going to put the Do Today. And as I said, you can decorate this any way you wish. Okay, and then I'm going to do that circle. And I'll just even that up there. And then I'm going to add the sun in the middle of that. At this stage, I'm just taking a wild guess where it is, because it's hard to see, but I'll just press on that. Okay. Now I'll add some gold emboss powder again on that. Oops, just grab that. And that actually turned out really good. Any bits that are stray, just get rid of them with your finger or with a paintbrush. Just add a little bit more powder there, give it a good flick. Okay, so that part's all decorated now. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go and heat emboss this, and then I'll be back. Okay, I am back. I've just heat embossed the tabs. I'll just show you that beautiful gold part there. Just absolutely great. I love it. So we'll just fold it down, and you have the tab all finished. So it looks really good. I like that. And this is now that panel that looks like this, all done up. So it'll look like that. Okay, so this is like my bookmark for the week, but if you can see this, it's all embossed beautifully. So I'll make it shine there. So that, I love the way this has turned out, and it goes perfectly with my planner, because I'm pretty boring. I can be very matchy, but you can always feel free to do this as you wish. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the tab on here, right up the top. So this will be an easy way for me to look at what's going on in the week, and it won't take up any bulk in my planner, which is what I'm happy about. So what I'll do is I'm going to apply fast fuse on the back of this. And here. Okay. Oh, it sticks to me, which is terrible. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to also put some fast fuse on the other side too, which I nearly forgot to do. Very silly. Alrighty. So now, okay, I'm just going to align it somewhat in the middle of this, like so. And then I'm just going to put it over the top. And there we have our tab all done. See? Love that. All right, so we're not done with this. This is great. It will look fantastic on here. See, it'll be easy for me to plan for the day. But because it's cardboard, it will rip eventually. So to add a bit of strength to it, I'm going to be using a laminating pouch. So this is an A4 laminating pouch. You can find this at any of the office supply stores like Officeworks here in Australia. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the laminating pouch, okay, and I'm going to trim off the laminating pouch, and then I'm going to run that through the laminator. So it doesn't have to be precise, but I am going to use my trimmer, and we'll trim this down. And actually, try and make it go as close to the edge as I can possibly go, like that. Yeah, that's good. All right. And I'll grab my trimmer. I'm going to trim this down. So you go to where the bonded edge is, and I'm just going to give it a trim very similar border to what we've done just before. And so we have that bonded edge right up the top there. And I'm just going to do that. So I can use this now for another project. And I'll just give that a trim down here. And run that as close as I can to the edge there. And trim that off. So, because it has room then to move. I'm going to run this through the laminator and I'll be back in a second. Okay everyone, I'm back. So I have just finished laminating this. So it looks amazing, and even with the embossing it kind of still comes through as well. So I really love how that turned out. So what I'll be doing now is I'll be using my crocodile yet again, and I'm going to punch through those holes with that. I'll just make sure it's lined up perfectly and punch through that. Oops, something fell there. So I'll just line that up. So go through that again, like so. And you can decorate your planner or anything like that any way you wish, with whatever themes suit you. I'm just obsessed with clouds at the moment, but you know, you go for it. Just, it's so inexpensive. If you've got the supplies, you might as well stretch them out and make them go further. So that's that now all done up with the holes, but I don't like this bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim off certain part up to a point though. So I'll trim off all of that and around the circle. It kind of looks a bit more rounded. And up to there. Okay, clean that up a bit, it looks a bit messy. Just make sure there's nothing sharp, and I'll just round the corners around the tab, make sure it's nice and clean. That's pretty clean because it's sharp, so that's all trimmed up now. I really love how that looks, and I'm just going to round the corners of these because they're quite sharp. So I'll just grab my corner chomper, and I'm going to use the 1/2 inch. So I'll just round that off. Actually, I'll use the 1/4 inch. Yeah, that's a 1/4 inch. So I'll just pop that in there, and oh, that didn't turn out very well. Okay, somewhat rounded. I'll do these corners as well. And that one there. Okay, so now I have finished my little bookmark. So I'm going to put this in here. I'm really pleased with how that turned out. So this is a very inexpensive way of adding things to your planner without it costing a fortune. So I'll just put it on some random page there. And that is my rounder all done, and it's got a tab and it looks fantastic. See, there you go. Very inexpensive. It looks like it's part of the deal, and you can coordinate it to whatever planner you have, whatever colours you want in there. The sky's the limit. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you can get some extra usage out of your stamps. And please do get these tabs for everything. Not only can you use it in planners, but you can also use this on cards, for invitations, and even on in our catalogue. You will see, this is on page 43, so I remembered the page. even here, they've used it for invites, see? So knock yourself out. Get this bundle. It is fantastic. I love it. And I also love the Weather Together stamp set. Love the clouds. You can use the present for other occasions as well. This is fantastic. And you can use this again to decorate your planner any way you wish, as well as for cards and scrapbook pages and whatnot. So I hope you liked today's video, and I hope you enjoyed finding a different way of using your supplies and make them go further. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye.